All right, so I just saw this. Apparently, H3H3 did a podcast with Pokimane talking about Andrew Tate. So I'm gonna see this.
For villains.
React. Shocker.
Bro's never gonna get
I hope
a
Andrew
job
Tate
after
sues
this
him so bad
TikTok.
for defamation because all he did was call him a rapist and a sex trafficker.
That's so fucking true. Nah, this ain't right.
That's why he had the
Serious.
mask up. He was like, I can't let him know it's me.
Yeah, so there you go. This is our boy, PNP, friend of the show. Good
Let's
guy.
go.
Let's
Amazing.
go.
God, I hate H3H3.
All right, let's talk about Andrew Tate.
I mean, would you rather be H3H3 or
I don't
Tate?
know
With
how
his
much
body?
you've talked about, or this whole
I have-
phenomenon maybe took place when you were on your break.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Literally, okay, I left, and throughout that month, that's when Andrew Tate became more popular. And then I
W.
think
Andrew.
God did me a solid. For
Seriously.
you.
Right before I came back, Gonzo.
There's her supporting the platform again.
You know, save me the hassle of talking about all this, but all right, let's get into it.
How long is this guy? I want to hear.
So
the
you were
people's
following
voices.
it all. So what was your thoughts on watching that all happen from afar?
I think a part of me, Loki, I was like, you know, it was like seeing the incels rise up again. I was like, I need to come back right now.
Again, an incel is someone who can't get women. I don't think Andrew Tate has a problem with women. There's actually a very good comic, if I could find it. It should be somewhere here. Here it is. I just found it. Shadow Grass Touch. So incels progressed over the years. This is what an actual incel is. Someone who thinks women owe them sex. And then here's another guy in brackets, incel, when he's looking at OnlyFans saying women are trash. And then now this is the incel. If you don't want to basically take this up the ass, you're an incel. So let's just see what else they got to say.
The
Oh, you
people
wanted to
need
come
saving.
back. Interesting.
Maybe that's
mean-
the only reason he even had his rise. You were the bulwark, and without you, all of a sudden,
When we needed the
comes
avatar the most.
Yes, yes.
How long is this? I really don't want to
I
hear these
think-
people talk.
I think to me it just made me
God.
really
10
sad
minutes.
because I thought as internet users we had kind of moved past
How do people find Pokimane attractive?
This
I don't
sort
know. I don't
of-
find her attractive at all.
this sort of talk, this sort of misogyny, this sort of rhetoric, and to see it come back and rise up in such a massive manner, I guess was, just surprising and kind of sad to see, especially in regards to the harassment that it resulted in.
What harassment?
But something that I think people don't discuss enough is clearly there must be a lot of, especially young men, who for some reason resonate with what Andrew Tate is saying. Why
Resonate
is
with
that?
making money.
And are there any takeaways that we can take from that in order to not have things snowball so far out of control in the future?
Right.
Yeah, that's a good question. I also
agree.
agree. I didn't know I didn't know this thing was even brewing. I mean, you see a lot of small fries like Fresh and Fit who are like small time misogynists,
W
and
Fresh
Rollo
and Fit.
Tony Brown Town who's like an even smaller town
Bruh.
misogynist.
Everyone's a
But
misogynist.
Andrew Tate is like just became so big, and I agree. I don't know. Obviously, he's a symptom of a problem.
Yeah.
And I'm not quite
Yeah, you
sure
dumb SJWs.
why young men in America or around the world even are so fucking dissatisfied. Or
And then
You know what I
Because
think
the people
there
like
might
you
be,
who tell us we
actually?
can't say anything.
I think there might be some things he says, because obviously I really have not seen much of his content, so I'm kind of going off of the reactions of people. I think there must be some things he says, just like general life advice perhaps, that does resonate with people or provide value. But then I think he takes it too far, sometimes as a gimmick or for the memes or for the laughs or for the whatever, right?
yeah.
But
can't
I
make
guess
jokes.
to me it just shows like young men must not have many people to listen to or many people that are giving them advice like this.
role models.
Yeah, many role models that are kind of guiding them. And I'm sure, like, you
Well, yeah,
know,
because everyone just says sexist misogynist. Praise women.
there are issues
Whatever, dude.
that both genders face, and clearly young dudes, you know, they need some assistance, I guess. I don't know.
But what is wrong? Are they not getting enough
pretty
love at home? You know what I
sad.
mean? Are men not being
I,
nurtured by their fathers?
And
They might not
ever
be.
since
Yeah,
it-
they might not be.
Ever since it became such a big thing, like the more we talk about it to people in our life, not on the internet, just people, they all have a story of like, oh yeah, this guy was just telling me that he really looks up to Tate.
Yeah,
And so it really reached like a
I'm
lot
buying Hustlers
of
University.
people.
That's it.
exactly.
It's
And when I
crazy.
hear stuff like that, I'm like, I'm curious what content of Andrews that they're
they like.
referring to.
Yeah, I
Because
don't
I feel like
know.
there's such a spectrum. I don't know.
Well, that's the self-help aspect is so like generic. Anyone can do it, deliver the same fucking
Look how
But I
fat
think
tried
it is.
and
probably,
true
like,
self-help
but
stuff.
seriously,
nice
dude.
people deliver it in a nice way, and he
Yeah.
delivers it in a very sensationalized manner.
Oh,
Which
we're so nice.
works
We're
for
so
some folks.
poggers.
Well, it's nice to
We're
think
so
that everything
poggers.
bad in your life isn't your fault. I mean, Jordan Peterson does the same thing.
Jordan Peterson now.
But I don't know. I don't
He's
know if
obsessed
men
with
from this
right-wingers.
generation, like, we're just does the same thing. But I don't know. I don't know if men from this generation, like, were just didn't get enough fucking love. Like, women or young girls, their parents nurture them. In general, I'm being general, but I think it's true where young girls see an affection and specifically from dads, let's say, that young boys, maybe that's not as true now. I think that's changed a bit where people my age and younger are feeling more comfortable being sensitive and loving to their boys.
This is so crazy. He's such a.
But I wonder if boys did not get enough nurturing. I really do.
I don't know.
You
No,
know,
dude, they're sick of
aside-
being told they can't make jokes. They're sick of being told they're misogynist for everything. Everyone's sick of being labeled stuff. And they're sick of being censored.
parental nurturing. I wonder what friendships between men ages like 14 to 21 look like. I'm really curious. Because I feel like when I see guys who have really healthy friendships, people that they can be vulnerable with, people that they can
People who
talk
go,
to,
"Puppies!"
people that they can hug every now and then if they need a hug, I feel like it makes such a difference in just like
can kiss
how
whenever they wanna
well-rounded
kiss.
they
Yeah,
are
we're
as
not
a
gay,
human
Pokimane.
being.
That's very true. But again, it's like,
You guys need to bring on like a 15-year-old Andrew Tate fanboy, interview him, see what's up, extrapolate
I
some
mean,
information.
This isn't that
I've
bad
seen
so
them.
far.
They're just
but
like
let's see.
him. They don't fucking listen. Like Sneeko, I've heard him debate
W. Sneeko.
people.
He just
He's
calls us all
older,
ugly,
though.
I imagine.
And he's older.
Sneaker's only 22.
He's older, but he's not as old as me. But I think they're just. I mean, it's like almost like a MAGA level of delusion, like cultist delusion. Like there's
yeah,
really
the Trump
once they've
supporters are
fallen
the
into
cult
the
guys,
tape,
yeah.
there's almost no sense. They've
Not the
lost
people
all
who say
sense
men
of-
can
It
get
makes me
pregnant.
kind of scared being in an industry that is like so adjacent to that, like gaming, streaming. I don't know.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
the
think,
people
I
who
think
say
there's
men
a
can
lot
get
of
pregnant aren't
toxic
the ones in the cult.
masculinity,
Yeah,
which
give me a
Jordan.
break.
I know. I'm sorry, Jordan Peterson. Toxic masculinity. What the fuck does
God,
that
all he's been
mean?
doing is talking about Jordan Peterson. He's obsessed with Jordan Peterson.
So good.
Thank you. Finally, somebody admits that. Everybody makes fun of my.
It's okay.
No.
What is the meaning of just?
No.
Oh
Is it
God, how do
just
people watch
the
this
other?
podcast?
Well,
It's 3
oh,
hours. I can
wasn't
barely
as
get for
good?
5 minutes.
Fuck you.
What did I do? What happened? Fuck you,
You got
Pokey.
the other line on point though.
God,
Pokey, fuck
I
you.
can't sit through this.
What toxic masculinity?
You're doing it
What
wrong.
does that mean?
Yeah, but I think toxic masculinity really just comes from men not
not
being
real.
nurtured enough. I do.
I
That's-
see
that's
people
my
in the
opinion.
What is
chat
toxic
resonating with
masculinity?
that, and
Going to the
there's,
gym?
Here's a couple saying,
Like,
I mean,
think back,
I saw a
young
news
men
article
or
from
men my
CNN
age,
saying going to
think
the gym is
back to how
alt-right.
your dad, my dad was fucking not, my
Yes.
dad would never tell me, like, he loves me, just like that, for example. Not that I didn't know, but I mean, like, there's no fucking personal, loving connection there. And I think it was
dilf?
like that for all my friends and their dads too. It's like, it's this old school thing of the men go to work and are emotional black holes and we just provide. And it's the mother's job to nurture the boys. But that's just half of the fucking boys need their dads a lot.
I think guys need, I don't know if this sounds weird, guys need love from guys too. If it's your dad, if it's your friends, if
Yes.
it's your, like, you need to have other men in your life that you can speak to, honestly, share your troubles,
Yeah.
learn from each other, grow together.
This is daddy issues, I think, is what we're
Yeah.
doing.
And you
Yeah.
know what
Well,
else? I
we're the
think
ones
it
with
is?
daddy
I think
issues,
there's
not the
been
ones with blue
such
hair. Give me a
A
break.
like female empowerment movement
Hmm.
that when you're young, if you're like a 12-year-old boy, you don't really understand the history of the women's movement or why women say certain things or express certain difficulties that they go through, why other women support women so much, or why some guys go out of their way to support women, right? It's
They're
because
simps.
of this
That's how they
historic,
get, you know what? That's
you
how
know,
they think
these
they're going to
issues
get
that we've
women
had
by
in the
going,
past.
oh my
But
God,
if
that guy's
you're
so toxic.
literally
Look at
10
me.
and you see
Ooh,
this,
I
you're like,
have Huggies.
women are treated so much better than men. You know,
True.
like, you just don't get it.
Oh,
and
we just
then
don't
I
get
think-
it.
I
She's
feel
so
like they're fighting
intellectual.
back against that a little bit. They're like, wait, there's these double standards.
Yeah,
Things are not
totally.
fair. When in reality, they don't understand the full context. Yeah.
They don't.
I
yeah.
hope that makes
Yeah.
sense.
No, it does. Ela, what were you gonna say? Chat
That
is yelling at me.
It does.
I was gonna read a comment and then I lost
How do people
it.
watch
but
this, dude?
They were saying like I saw a few that they grew up in such a way that they're doing a lot of like unlearning now and rethinking, and they still need to do it because it's.
Oh my god, how much more longer is this? I don't understand
We
how
all
people watch
grew
this
up like
podcast.
that, and there's a lot of changing to do.
When you as a man come very close to a woman, whether it's romantic or a sibling, and you experience like a real closeness to them, like with Eli, I learned so much from her just about there's certain situations you find yourself in where you don't feel safe around men constantly. It's things that you have to worry about that I totally get. You brought up a lot of
takes 3H to protect
good
him?
examples that I
Look at
can't
this dude,
recall.
bro.
Like what are some examples, that men would never, men like this, they don't even think about what it's like to live like that.
I mean, I
Like getting in an Uber,
yeah,
for
we were
example.
talking recently.
Yeah.
Just any situation where you're one-on-one with a guy.
Right.
It can be anywhere. It can be just
Elevator,
walking in the street
Uber,
at night.
guys behind
Yeah,
you,
Uber.
No one's trying to do
elevator,
Some
anything.
dude cat calls you.
Yeah.
having,
demanding attention from you.
like having to have a technician at home.
Oh, yeah, that's scary.
anything that's like one-on-one is really scary. Really
because
scary.
you hear all these horror stories all the time. If it's a friend, a family member,
Okay,
or
are
a
they even talking about
stranger.
Tate anymore?
And so, like, as a woman, you're constantly being told, like, be on guard. And so
God,
we kind of
I
have
don't
to
care
be.
about this.
Yeah. Even, like, trying to make friends that are guys, you have to be so careful.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, like, can I hang out with him one-on-one? Is he going to consider it a date?
Yes,
is it
he
this?
will.
Is it that?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
every
something
little thing you don't want guys to take the wrong way, obviously.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, women are even now being challenged for their rights. I mean,
Here we go.
bodily autonomy.
Here we go,
so
abortion.
True.
It's a little bit.
You know, actually, just to share an experience within
What, she had an
gaming
abortion? I'm
that
surprised.
I feel like growing up, I didn't understand women's issues that much because I lived in like middle of buttfuck nowhere, went to a small elementary school, small high school, just grew up kind of like normal, kind of naive. Once I entered the gaming space, and especially once I started blowing up within gaming, that's when I truly started understanding the nuances and the differences in how men and women can be treated, both by men and women. And one of the things that was so hard for me to come to terms with was when I felt like I was being treated unfairly, especially in the beginning, like 2018,
Is this even about
2019.
Tate anymore?
And I could tell, even though I had men
I don't
in
think
my
so.
life
Pokimane, I don't care.
Yeah, no.
afraid to,
Okay, this is
I
even
would
about Tate.
expressed an opinion that was like a little bit liberal or
Yeah.
something. It was like fucking lib bullshit, and it's just turned into this whole thing. And I just realized that I was starting to
And they
hate
reacted
fans.
impulsive for an hour.
I was like, these people suck. I
watching
don't want to
this?
fucking turn into some weird freak that just caters to them. And so
I think that's an important realization to make.
Okay, H3H3. Dude's got to hit a treadmill. Andrew Tate's not an incel. These people are all morons. I don't know what to say. I just literally I wanted to react to this and be like, oh my god, dude, it's just dead air and it's so slow, dude. I can't, man. Dude, I can't. Dude, I can't, man. Hey, peace.
Wrap you in rope and plastic, stab you with broken glass, and have you with open gashes, strapped to a soaking mattress, coke and acid, black magic, cloaks and daggers. Fuck the planet until it spins on a broken axis. I'm so bananas, I'm showing up to your open casket to fill it full of explosive gases and close it back with a lit match in it while I sit back and just hope it catches. Blow you to fragments, laugh, roll you in smoke.